Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we have seen the concept of polar plot and procedure to sketch the exact polar plot as well as useful polar plot. I will say useful polar plot where we gather the data only at omega equal to 0 and infinity. So, in this lecture, we will solve one numerical example in which for the given transfer function, we will sketch the polar plot and then we will determine the phase crossover frequency, gain margin, gain crossover frequency and phase margin for the given system. So, let us start it. So, in this example, this is the transfer function given, and for that we have to obtain omega PC, GM, omega GC and PM. So, we have GSHS equal to 10 upon S into S plus 1 into S plus 2. So, its frequency response function will be G of J omega H of J omega and can be obtained by replacing every S with J omega. So, 10 upon J omega into J omega plus 1 into J omega plus 2. And then its magnitude function is the next step. And that will be equal to 10 upon magnitude of J omega is omega, magnitude of J omega plus 1 will be under root omega square plus 1, and for the next pole it will be omega square plus 4 under root. And the phase function is for 10 the phase is 0. For this J omega, real part is 0, so phase will be minus 90 degree minus tan inverse of omega minus tan inverse of omega by 2. So, how the phase is calculated? Phase for this function is phase of numerator minus phase of denominator. And phase of numerator for the 10, always phase is tan inverse of imaginary by real. Here for this 10, imaginary part is 0, so phase is 0. So, 0 minus the summation of the phase of these 3. So, for this J omega, real part is 0, so tan inverse of infinity is 90, that is why minus 90. For the second one, tan inverse of omega by 1 is tan inverse of omega, and for the third one, tan inverse of omega by 2. So, this is the phase. And now we will calculate this magnitude and phase only at omega equal to 0 and infinity. So, when I put omega equal to 0, this magnitude is here, I put it 0, the magnitude will become infinity, and the phase will be minus 90 minus 0 minus 0, so that is minus 90 degree, and at omega equal to infinity, if I put here infinity, this magnitude becomes 0 and the angle becomes minus 90, minus tan inverse of infinity is minus 90, minus tan inverse of infinity is minus 90, so it will be minus 270 degree. And this gives me that as omega increases, magnitude decreases and phase changes from minus 90 to minus 270. So, from the gathered information, the polar plot can be obtained as so, infinity we cannot do, but let us consider this as infinity, and angle is minus 90. So, from this it is in magnitude is decreasing, means it is moving towards 0, and angle is minus 90, somewhere it will cut minus 180 line, and then at omega equal to infinity it will be at minus 270. So, it will be, the plot will be like this. This point is omega equal to 0, omega equal to infinity. This is not the exact to the scale plot, but it gives the required information. And the next part what we have to do is, we have to find out omega PC, gain margin, omega GC and phase margin. So, for that what we have to do, As seen in the previous lecture, omega pc will appear when the polar plot cuts the negative part of real axis. And that means at that point, this frequency response function has phase equal to minus 180 and it is purely real. So let us do that treatment. So I will rewrite g of j omega h of j omega, and that is 10 upon j omega into j omega plus 1 into j omega plus 2, and I will expand this. So that will be 10 upon minus j omega cube minus 3 omega square plus j2 omega. Upon expanding, I get this. And now what I say, at omega equal to omega pc, g of j omega h of j omega is purely real. It doesn't contain any imaginary part. Now here, if you look at this function, the numerator is real. So for the entire function to be real, denominator also must be real. And so this minus j omega cube plus j omega is equal to 0. And so omega cube minus 2 omega is equal to 0. And taking omega common, so I get omega square is equal to 2. So omega is equal to root 2, that is 1.4141 radian per second. And this omega is equal to omega pc. So we know that gain margin is equal to 1 upon magnitude at g of j omega pc. And also we have magnitude of g of j omega is equal to 10 by omega into omega square plus 1 into omega square plus 4. So at omega equal to omega pc, this magnitude is equal to 10 upon root 2 into omega square is 2, so root 3 into this, directly I will take root 6. So this is 2 into 3 into 6, that is 36. So root 36 is equal to 6. So it is 10 by 6. So gain margin is equal to 1 upon magnitude g of j omega pc is equal to 6 by 10, that is 0.6. And in dB, it is equal to, if I take log of this, log to the base 10 and multiply it with 20, I am getting this as minus 4.4370 dB. Okay, so gain margin is obtained. So next part is obtaining gain crossover frequency and phase margin. So for that, what we have, at omega equal to omega gc, magnitude of g of j omega h of j omega equal to 1. And so 10 upon this magnitude is given here. So this is omega, I will just write omega, actually it is omega gc into under root omega square plus 1 into under root omega square plus 4 equal to 1. So squaring on both sides, I get, so 100 and multiplying it here is equal to omega square into omega square plus 1 into omega square plus 4. And so omega square into omega square plus 1 into omega square plus 4 minus 100 is equal to 0. And we have to solve for omega. So let x is equal to omega square. So x into x plus 1 into x plus 4 minus 100 equal to 0. So x cube plus 5x square plus 4x minus 100 is equal to 0, and finding out its roots we get x equal to 3.2479, and the remaining two roots are complex conjugates of each other, so they are not useful. So x is equal to 3.2479, and hence omega GC is equal to 1.8022 radian per second. This can be obtained, and then we have phase margin is equal to 180 degree plus angle of g of j omega GC h of j omega GC. So if I substitute that angle, then it will be minus, so let us find out that angle, or I will call that angle as phi. So it's minus 90 degree minus tan inverse of omega, that is 1.8022, minus tan inverse of omega by 2, that is 1.8022 divided by 2, and that angle is equal to, upon calculating this, we get this angle as minus 193 degree. And so phase margin is equal to 180 degree minus 190 degree, so it is minus 13 degree. So we have, for the given transfer function, we have plotted, or we have sketched the polar plot, and also we have obtained phase crossover frequency, gain margin, gain crossover frequency, and phase margin. And also it can be seen that to find out this omega GC, omega PC, phase margin and gain margin, we don't require the polar plot. Just from the frequency response function also they can be computed. But polar plot is required as a step of Nyquist plot, that we will see after finishing the polar plot, and that is why it is important to sketch the polar plot. It is required. But more importantly, it is required to calculate these values from the given frequency response function. It is enough in this lecture. In the next lecture, we will consider 4 to 5 representative transfer functions, and for them we will sketch the polar plot, and in that example we will not calculate these parameters, but our objective will be to see how the polar plot takes its shape for the different kind of transfer functions. Thank you.